In a world where Josie exploded,
Again.
it is the Shenanigoons Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing, Jose?
Pretty good. Pretty good day off. You know, it's always fine to relax.
Lucky son of a bitch.
I know, right? Have a couple little stories that it's funny. This is like the first episode where before we started recording, we actually looked up stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we're kind of like, you know what? We should probably come in here with some level of preparedness. Like spitballing is fun and all, but you know, I'm not gonna spitball today. It's like it's late. We got stuff to do. We
Indeed.
have gooning later. Got to put that in the schedule. Got to drink my peach Red Bull. Not sponsored yet. Hopefully, please, Red Bull for extreme podcasting.
We know you listen.
And it's like,
Come on, do it.
Give us, or anybody really. I'll take it all. I'll take your money. It's fine.
I know at this point, like, come on, hell, we'll do what foot cream at this point. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like for all intents and purposes, I will absolutely shill OnlyFans. I don't care. I don't care. But
it's funny that you actually said that. There's something I can talk about in regards to that.
Oh, what is it?
So this past Wednesday, AEW had their weekly show, Dynamite.
Yep.
And right now, there's a wrestler by the name of Andrade El Idolo. And so he comes in, funny enough, his gimmick, he comes in looking like Black Mask from DC.
Okay, nice.
You know, with the suit, and he takes the black mask off and everything. But as of late, during his matches, because right now there's this whole bunch of competitors are fighting for the belt. Well, I mean, it's standard wrestling. But anyways, as of late, the past few weeks, every match, there's always like some random girl but ringside that he'll walk up to, and he'll get like a picture with them, a selfie and whatnot. The first 2 times it was like an indie wrestler that everybody knew about, so like, okay, we get it. This last week it was a group of girls, and then come to find out Thursday that it was revealed that they were OF models.
Oh no.
And so apparently one of them made a really big mistake that you don't do in the wrestling world.
Oh no.
So they were live streaming, because I'm pretty sure they were encouraged to live stream, you know, that way their that way their audience, you know, you get more eyes on the product.
Get the eyes there, make sure that more people have that.
Yeah, but she decided to put a caption on the screen.
Oh no, what did you put?
This is fake.
Oh no.
And apparently she got bullied off of OF. She completely closed her account and everything.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know their names or anything. I just read the article that said, oh, yeah, they were OF models and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's, you know, hey, you market how you market. You do what you do.
Absolutely.
You know, to me, I actually think that was kind of aside from
have
her.
Been genius.
Yeah, aside from her doing that, like, that was probably a pretty genius thing to do now, especially nowadays.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
You know?
with the ubiquity of it, it would make total sense for them to do that. But, you know, oh well, they made a stupid decision.
Yeah.
And
I just find it funny that you said that comment, and I was like, oh wait, I can talk about something on that field.
So today we do have a couple little movie news things, a little bit of gaming news, and I'm actually going to be talking some comic books.
Yes.
So it's good times. We get to kind of let the nerd flag fly. I'm going to actually be kind for once, and I'm going to leave Magic the Gathering on the table.
Well, also,
or
isn't
replay
it? Also, isn't there really not much to talk about right now in the senses of that?
Not a whole lot right now. I know that this will be the extent of the news. I know that there's going to be some stuff going on with the Pro Tour for Strixhaven, and then kind of gearing up for more announcements regarding that, since they've already done the Turtles stuff. And of course, Turtles release next month, Strixhaven in May, so it's just all kind of lead up stuff. We haven't got a lot of spoilers yet, so we just got to wait on that. So there will be a day where I just kind of go off the rails on probably Strixhaven once that we get the announcement. It's what I do.
I will zone out so hard that day.
Oh, you will. I know you will.
We might actually have to record me so that way you can post it on the YouTube and just pull the Simpsons moment where like you can pause it at the exact moment when he zones out.
Yeah, it's like you'll be able to see it right there. But and then in kind of other news, the next podcast or the next 2 podcasts that we have, they're going to be standard podcasts. This is just kind of housekeeping stuff.
Yeah.
The initial plan was in 2 episodes, we would have an episode where we would do kind of a test run of like a one shot for tabletop. But that's actually going to be moved over as kind of like a bonus episode just a little bit down the line because we do have other things going on that day that it would probably be better suited for the actual podcast that day.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you're
it's kind of like it'll just be like a week later at most. And
oh dear God, look at this. We're actually planning and organizing. What
right?
is wrong with us?
I guess I've become an adult and I don't like that. It's taken a really long time, but
it's finally sinking in.
I know, right? It's I guess doing all this crap that I've done on the side is slowly making me more responsible.
You want to know what's about to make me less responsible? I'm legitimately considering playing Overwatch again.
Why? Because they dropped the 2?
No,
because of the new characters?
No, because of the jetpack cat that I have to target in every match now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
you do that type of stuff in every game. It's like, oh,
cute animal.
It's a pet. Kill it.
Because they're always the evil one. It goes back to Inspector Gadget, where the fan theory that Dr. Claw is not real, it's actually his cat the whole time.
Yeah, it's like
See?
I can see it. But, yeah, so I guess...
Somebody is just like, wait, what?
It's like, wait a minute, I never thought of this. What theory is this? Rabbit hole they go.
Oh, dude, there's so many theories on that show alone. Oh, we should do that one day, like a
TV show fan theory.
Yeah, fan theory. There's some good ones. There's some dark ones too.
Oh no, there's lots of really super dark ones.
Okay, well, we'll make a note of that. We'll make a note of that one.
Yeah, it's like file that for later. Maybe even next week, really, because
yeah, we could.
We'll have time.
Okay, yeah, cool. Maybe next week, guys. Who knows?
Yeah, it's like we'll see how the winds blow.
So
till then, though.
Do you want to start us off, or should I go with mine?
That's like I'll start us off mostly because I know we've talked about this at one point. The Gundam live action movie.
Oh yeah.
So we knew that they were moving forward with it, but as of like the 29th of January, so just about a week ago, according to Empire, it's casting so far as with Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. Or Centineo, or however the hell you pronounce his last name. That does not spell confidence in a live-action Gundam movie for me by any stretch of the imagination. It kind of hurts.
I kind of feel like there's an elephant in the room that we could talk about in regards to that casting for a Gundam movie.
Yeah, so because I don't remember if we had fully dove into that or anything, but it worries me a lot. It really, really does. I will hold some level of hope that it isn't god awful. But,
wait, who's working on the movie?
Let me double check here. Looks like it's written and directed by the guy who wrote Sweet Tooth for Netflix. Jim Mickle. So, did you ever watch Sweet Tooth?
Is that the one with the
kid with the antlers?
Kid with the antlers. I did watch it. I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It was a little slow at some point, but again, I'll say this. I don't regret watching it. Can I sit here and give you a full breakdown? No.
Oh yeah.
So I would have to like rewatch it again. So okay. Okay, I'm gonna go side with you. Cautiously optimistic. It just kind of depends on who else gets cast.
Yeah, it's it is worrisome, and frankly, being that it is another, I can't really say it's a comic adaptation because Sweet Tooth was was a comic
Yeah.
adaptation. This is like, of course, long history of anime and manga. So it's like, okay, which one are they going to do? I don't think that they've particularly set which Gundam they're going to do.
That would be amazing if they did G Gundam.
That'd be really good. No, that would be funny as shit.
Yeah, no.
Either that, or if for whatever reason they decided Iron-Blooded Orphans, the more recent one, to do like a live action adaptation of it, and then for whatever reason they have fucking Sydney Sweeney as I can't remember the character's name, but she was kind of like I think it was Relena from Gundam Wing.
See, I haven't seen much of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Okay,
so I can't remember.
there's like another one of those where they have the female who's the leader of this other faction, and then they join up and kind of go after.
I really hope they don't do the thing of, well, we're going to pull this from this Gundam series, and we're going to pull this from this one, and a little from each, so that way every fan gets what they want. It's like, no, don't do that.
It's like I can see them doing that, though.
A lot of these Gundam series are very unique.
Contained.
Yeah.
Or, I would be willing to see what they would do more so if they made the decision to kind of do the 0088.
Oh, no, that I would love.
Yeah,
that, honestly, I think that would be a smart
because it's almost
potential launching point.
Yeah, it's almost like the Vietnam War.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, I think that would be kind of a good starting point for like a Gundam series, as long as they're going to do it right. And the big thing is they can't make it like an American spectacle. It has to have that nuance and enough human stuff to go with the Gundam stuff, so it's not all just like big robots fighting each other.
But that's all we want.
Yeah, it's the spectacular part that we get to see as a payoff, but it also is kind of the whole, this is also why everything is so fucking dangerous. So I hope that it isn't shit. That's what I'm hoping. I don't necessarily have a whole lot of hope because of the casting, but I will reserve judgment until it's actually out or I see what they're adapting. Once I can see that, then I'll start judging far more harshly.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. You know, because for all we know, outside of that casting, which we're not even necessarily saying we hate them. We're just.
It's like, I'm not a huge fan of Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. I know that she can occasionally do something like really interesting.
And it's just the fact of like when you hear Gundam, you don't think them.
No.
And I think that's where we're coming from. So we're not saying we hate it. We're cautiously optimistic. We just need to see more.
Yeah.
And who knows? For all we know, everybody else cast is like banger spot on.
Yeah, it's like
and we don't. And like
they
you said,
might not even be the main characters.
Yeah, and you even said yourself, we don't know which Gundam series they're adapting.
If they're even going to do it.
You know, I'd be okay if they did, what was it, 0088?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would also be okay if they're doing what the guy that is doing the new Resident Evil movie, where it's like no characters from the games. This is a story set in the Resident Evil universe. Same thing. No characters from the anime or the manga. It's literally just an army, set in the Gundam universe, and they have Gundams, and ta-da, there you go.
Yeah, it's like there's got to be political intrigue.
Yeah.
There's got to be like there has to be violence.
There
has to be action. There has to be violence. There has to be warfare. And again, heavy on the political intrigue, because like Gundam is an inherently very political series.
Yes, it is.
Each one has messages about whatever war they're talking about, or even just about societal structure. So it's like, don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up.
Please, no.
Yeah, no kidding. Then this next one kind of piggybacks off of Iron Lung, because this movie is actually already out, but it is going to get a release stateside, and it is also based off of an indie video game. So Japan has released a movie about the indie video game Exit 8.
Oh, I saw a trailer for this. It looks so good.
Yeah, it looks really good. And if I remember correctly, I think it's A24 or is it Neon? I think it's Neon.
Yeah, I think it is Neon. I could be wrong though.
Let me double check. Yeah, Neon. So Neon is the one that is going to pick it up for distribution out here stateside. And
Have you seen the trailer?
yeah, I've seen the trailer.
Oh,
Trailer's really
it's
good.
so good.
And it's kind of a nice little resurgence in a sense of video game movies, and to me, because like Markiplier, of course, he self-funded a movie about Iron Lung where there's pretty fair amount of lore there. But the interesting part is apparently this is getting like really good reviews in Japan, and they had to develop a ton of lore for this because the game itself really doesn't have much in the way of lore. It's super simple. It's like you just go through or you pass through this one little hallway in the subway area or as you're going towards the subway. And if you see an anomaly of some kind, you go back and then that'll allow you to actually go to the next floor. And you have to make it through to Exit 8. And so they had to apparently develop all this background information because the game doesn't have any of that and make some new characters and such so that it's like you have a plot for the movie and people are loving it over there. And that gives me a lot of hope because the trailer looks really good. Like not even just from a compelling standpoint. It's like they really knocked it out of the park as far as like a feature film type of thing to where it's like it looks super high quality. And I am very much interested in this coming stateside. I definitely want to watch this. Looks like, yes, please.
So, how many indie games do you think are going to be tried to be pushed into movies now?
In all honesty, it's kind of an unfortunate thing, but I think it's probably going to go a little wild at least. Probably a fair amount of low budget ones, and I can see some studios trying to turn a quick buck, especially for like the indie horror stuff, because there's a lot of them. There's so many, and with horror movies, one of the biggest reasons outside of like bigger budget ones that have like either like some sort of underlying message or like trying to be a little bit more artistic about it or trying to push the envelope. Where you have those ones, you also have a lot of studio pictures that are like, hey, horror movies are quick, they're easy, they're low cost, we can knock it out, turn a profit pretty fast. So that's one reason why you do see shitloads of horror movies that are really low quality, whereas it's harder to find ones that are significantly higher quality. A lot of the best horror movies you have to search outside the country for, which is truly unfortunate. But I have a little bit of hope because there is a fair amount of those indie titles that I think could have a lot of, or just a lot to give for like a film audience. But it really depends on how they're adapted, who adapts them, and what they decide is worth leaving on the cutting room floor. That's kind of the crux of the matter for that, unfortunately. But we'll see as it goes. I'm thinking we're going to start seeing a lot of them, or at least a lot of announcements for them by the end of the year. We'll probably start seeing them out and about coming next year, I'm thinking. Yeah,
you're right. Especially if Exit 8 does well like Iron Lung did.
Oh, yeah. It's like if that... Well, I don't think it... I don't know if it'll do as well because I'm also not sure how widely they're going to release it or if they're just going to pick it up for distribution and put it just straight to streaming, or if they're going to do like a small theatrical run in like select theaters, or if they might go, hey, fuck it, we're going to go large with this. Because at least the movie going public, according to like, if you go see things like Chainsaw Man or Demon Slayer, Infinity Tower, or Infinity Castle, you do tend to see people being more willing to go, at least in that community, see things that are subtitled. So it's like there is that possibility, and they might release like a wide release, like a dubbed version, and have the subtitle version and the short release. We don't know. It depends on how much money they want to spend and how long they want to take to distribute it. So we'll see. We'll see. We got time on that one because that's pretty recent news. I'm happy about it though. That makes me very, very zesty. And lastly, as far as my movie news goes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre series is coming from A24, and both for better and worse. Mostly,
I feel like you feel like this is another Welcome to Derry.
Well, again, who the fuck asked for this? But at the same time, my biggest gripe with it, and it's kind of like another one of those situations where early on we were talking about like, oh, Pedro Pascal's fucking everywhere. Glenn Powell is attached to it.
Oh, wow.
So this motherfucker's getting work, dude.
Hey,
he is getting
good
work.
for him though. You know,
but and it's like, I hate him. I hate him because he is good and he's like a really good looking guy. So it's like, God damn it. Why do you have everything?
you know what would be cool?
I kind of have hope for that because on top of that, it is also A24.
You know what would be cool?
Quality.
Just, be like a great thing. Oh, yeah. He's in it.
Dies immediately.
That or he's Leatherface. Yeah.
That would be so fucking cool.
Just straight up Leatherface. Yeah. And they even mess with the audience. There's a scene where he doesn't have the face on, and you see Glenn Powell, and you're like,
the fuck?
Just to mess with the audience.
It's like he's not even like disfigured or anything. It's just Glenn Powell being fucking Glenn Powell and pretty. He's just like, oh,
so wait,
yes,
is it a movie or a TV series?
It's a series.
See, okay, this is what I will say about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One franchise I watched way too young.
Oh yeah,
way too young.
Oh yeah, that's part of our generation.
I think for that to kind of, because I've seen mixed things about Welcome to Derry. That one I would like to see them do it where each episode is its own story.
Yeah, each episode, or maybe like
a couple of episodes are their own story.
Like an anthology series.
Just make it an anthology. Don't do, these people are trying to survive and we follow them a whole season, because it's like, and I when in the original ones, they hyped it up that, Leatherface is this ominous evil presence out in Texas, and countless stories of people going missing and so forth. So tap into that. Tap into the countless stories. Okay, so episode 1 is maybe a hitchhiker.
Yeah, like
episode
hitchhiker, 2, somebody from town.
Yeah,
they just grab while they're getting groceries or something.
And then
that.
episode 2 is like a family that's traveling from one side of the state to the other, and and just do that, and make it to where like they either survive or don't survive. You don't know. But then clearly people have to survive, because how is his legend growing?
So there's got to be at least some survivors,
so
not just like 1 or 2.
Yeah, so like do it like that, because the trope of, this is a horror series where we're following a killer chase down this one person or a group or whatever. It's like I'd rather get an anthology. That's just my 2 cents.
No, I feel that, and I guess that is all my movie news, though.
I definitely have some. Looks like we're getting another zombie video game movie adaptation.
This pleases me. I like that.
You sure? Maybe. You might want to hear the rest of the story, or should I just move on and let you live in ignorant bliss?
I love ignorant bliss, but we probably should at least discuss what it is and who's attached.
Okay, so it is House of the Dead. A pretty good shooter.
Yeah, a nice little light gun shooter that has permeated our lives.
I can honestly say I've
wasted a lot of money on that.
A lot of quarters. And no, not tokens, quarters.
Oh yeah.
Back when we whew, yeah.
Back in the day.
But it is being done by,
let's see here.
It is being done by Paul W.S. Anderson. So basically, it's going to be Resident Evil Part 6.
Kind of, sort of. And at the very least, from a lot of the stuff that they have, I don't know if that's like what they've already shot for it, or if
no, I think that's just
concept, probably.
Concept and or
it's like I hope that it would be nice if it looks exactly like that, because the concept, or at least the images that are currently out there from Bloody Disgusting, or at least from where we're grabbing this information, it looks pretty good. You get some good zombies there. You have like the big chainsaw boy, the smashy dude. I can't remember his name. And then I think it's the magician in
the final boss. Yeah, the magician.
Which and they all look good so far. So here's hoping.
And then obviously I make the joke about it's another Resident Evil movie. I mean, he has done some pretty good work. So. Again, cautiously optimistic. This one, though, it looks like they're kind of deviating from the video game because, in the game, you play as one of two agents.
Yeah, I think it's G and... Oh, shit. What was the other agent's name? Fuck. I'll look it up while we're talking, and then I'll hate myself because it's like probably just another fucking letter, like P.
But then, so this time around, they are following Isabella Merced's character. For those of you that aren't familiar with her, she's from the Last of Us series and also from Alien Romulus. So, again, doing Alien Romulus, she definitely knows horror. Again, Last of Us, she knows horror. She's a good actress, so cautiously optimistic, but it's just going to be one of those things of, please don't make this a Resident Evil movie, but just call it a different name.
Yeah, it's like that. So I very much am hoping that, because like Paul W.S. Anderson, he can do really good work. I mean, he came to my attention initially back with Event Horizon.
Oh, we always go back to that movie, don't we?
It's such a good movie.
It really is. I need to get my hands on that prequel comic.
Yeah, same. I really want to get my hands on that. Once it's all I don't know if it's completed yet or not, but once it's like collected in like a trade paperback or something like that, I absolutely have to get, or like an omnibus format. 100% buying that. Loved Event Horizon. And it's like the Resident Evil movies that he did, they are fun. They are not great Resident Evil movies, but they're fun.
They're fine for what they are.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I know people gripe and hate on them or whatever. I'm not super big into the zombie genre, but even if they're on, I'll watch them. I enjoy them.
Okay, it looks like the other character outside of Agent G was Thomas Rogan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was able to find that out because of the House of the Dead wiki, or fandom wiki, I should say. Because then, the only other two characters that you have in the first one are Sophie Richards and Dr. Curian, who's kind of like the big bad of the vast majority of the games in some capacity. Besides that, though, it's like I am very cautious about it, but I am also very optimistic because even just from the concept art alone, it already looks infinitely better than the previous House of the Dead movie that we got from Yuva Bowl.
That was so bad. I remember
terrible, but it was funny terrible.
I remember my friends and I at the time went into that movie because we knew it was going to be bad. I love the fact that whenever a character died, they did this dumb thing where the camera moved around them in a circle.
Yep.
And they were like in some type of fighting pose, but it's like, why?
Yeah, and then
why?
It just randomly interspersed video game footage.
Yeah, that made no sense either.
It was just so wildly stupid, but it's like I kind of loved it because it was one of those that's so bad that I enjoy it. I think the only movie that I've seen Yuva Bowl produce that I actually just enjoyed for the sake of enjoying was Postal. All the rest of them were just kind of like, oh no, what have we done? And I watched all of them because I'm a masochist.
You just woke up one day and you're like, hey, this is what I'm going to do with my day.
Oh, I hate myself enough today. Let's watch this.
But yeah, I mean, again, I agree with you 100%. If this concept art is anything to go off of, it already looks like way better.
Yeah.
And it definitely looks like it looks like he might be taking more of a horror rather than action take on this. Whereas basically, the Resident Evil movies, yeah, they're horror movies, but they quickly became action horror movies.
Oh, very quickly.
Whereas this, if you look at the concept art, again, you can see it on Bloody Disgusting. This looks more horror than action.
Yeah, it's like, especially from the lighting too, it's like they're doing even the scenes like where you see the zombies right there. You do have a lot of soft lighting in that particular scene, but you still have a lot of dynamic shadows going on. And then in the other ones with the chainsaw, the magician, or Slammy Boy there, you have a lot more harsh lighting where it's casting those real harsh shadows. So it's like you can't necessarily see the full thing, but it kind of adds to the menace.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm in it so far. He has my attention, but will he have my money?
Oh, I thought you were about to say, first you had my curiosity, now you have my attention.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I'm not so curious as much as it's kind of like, okay, I want this to be good, but I'm gonna have to reserve judgment at the very least until I see a trailer.
Yeah.
Once we have a trailer, I think I can be a little more harsh with it potentially if it looks like absolute dog shit. But I have hope. I have hope because he's done it before. He's done it before.
Yeah,
I can give him that. So here's hoping.
Yeah.
Please, Paul.
I also have other movie news. Well, not really news. This is just something that I wanted your opinion on.
Okay.
Because, you always have words.
Yeah, I got words. I always have words.
According to the Masters of the Universe director, Skeletor is the embodiment of toxic masculinity in the movie. So what's your take on that?
I personally think that what he is trying, well, not even what he's trying to say, but what he said there is a bunch of fucking buzzwords. Because, yeah, he could be like, oh, just this hyper masculine character to a degree where it's like, okay, he makes it worse for everyone around him. Or, he could be like an even evil skeleton guy who wants power. Not everything needs to be about all of these things. Like, you don't necessarily need it to be about toxic masculinity or have him portray it as toxic masculinity. And I think that him saying that in that way is going to hurt the movie more than it's going to help it. And it's not even necessarily because it's not true or because it's true. It's because there will be a certain segment of the population that is just going to jump on that and be like, this is all like virtue signaling, or this is leftist woke propaganda. No, it's a fucking fantasy movie where a dude in skivvies and leather fights another dude in a skin tight suit that has a skeleton face that goes, yeah. It's not that fucking deep. It's not that fucking deep. So we'll see where it kind of goes from there. And I think a lot of times directors need to just shut the fuck up. It's like, hey, this is my movie. This is the message I want to send with my movie. We had a great time directing it. I think it's a great film. Everybody did a great job. It's like, sell your movie. Don't.
Well, that's how it used to be, though.
Yeah, it's like, don't justice talk your movie. It's like, that's a bad fucking idea. Even if you're totally right and you're doing like a really good service with that political talk, unless your movie is like super politically messaged and that's the intent, stay away from it. That's kind of the kiss of death. Both fortunately and unfortunately, that's just what it fucking is. And again, it makes me kind of sad that it's that way, but whatever. Skeletor, I don't even care if he's toxic masculine in that, like he's like a super tropey character. If he gives me one good I'll be fine. It'll be 10 out of 10. Even if somehow that skeleton mask goes away and we see Jared Leto's fucking face under that, if I get a I'll be fine. That's all I want out of that movie.
How funny would it be if, like, the way that he portrays the voice is very dark and sinister, and then just randomly at one moment, because this is where it's gonna happen. End credits. If you watch the original Masters of the Universe, there was an after credits scene.
Yep.
He falls into that pit. It shows the murky water, and his head pops out, and he's like, "I'll be back." And it's like, "Oh, okay, you never came back though."
He's back.
Yeah, but watch, it's gonna be the same thing where just out of nowhere, he's just like in a bathrobe in Snake Mountain, and just looks at the screen. Yeah. Just very passive.
It's, you know what? Again, if I hate the rest of the movie, that gets a 10 out of 10 in my book. That is my entire want out of that movie. I don't give two shits about anything else. It's like it could still be a 10 out of 10 beforehand, but I will not give it a 10 out of 10 unless I get that
or until we meet again.
Oh yes. No, see, that's how it has to end. You have to have a in the fight scene, and then like the bathrobe at the very end. He's just like sitting there, like maybe like petting a cat or something like that, and like in front of a fireplace, just being like kind of looking like a Skeletor version of Hugh Hefner, and just kind of like until we meet again, and then just
that would be great.
Then just black screen, boom.
That would be great. That would be amazing.
I would love that. But then again, I also have weird taste in movies, so.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
It's just as long as they made the movie with the what am I looking for? With the understanding of what it is,
True, because it's fucking silly.
Yeah, exactly.
He-Man, Master of the Universe, it's fucking silly. I think the most recognizable thing outside of Skeletor memes at this point for He-Man and Master of the Universe is quite literally the "Hey Ya," or what is it? Or shoot, what? I can't remember the actual name of the song.
The Four Non-Blondes.
Yeah, the Four Non-Blondes song. What was it called though? Shit. Fuck. This is gonna hurt my brain until I remember it. The Four Non-Blondes song. It's like I wake up in the morning and I step outside. That one. What's it fucking called? Okay. Well,
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. There we go. I was about to say Jose's on the job, and then yes, good. So the He-Man parody of that.
Yeah.
That's
you're not
probably
wrong.
the most recognizable thing about He-Man now is like people making the He-Man voices of all the characters, and that's what they're singing to effectively. And it's using all the 80s cartoon footage. It's like, it's so good. It is the perfect kind of parody video. But they really do have a lot to live up to in this regard, because they have to beat the popularity of that and then people's nostalgia. What would be really nice is if we get that song in the movie.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Watch, there's going to be a scene somewhere, the radio's going to be on, and it's going to be the regular version of the song.
It's going to be in the real world.
Yeah.
Probably while he's at work in his cubicle. It's going to come on the radio. He's going to start to sing with it, and someone's going to tell him to shut up.
That would be great. Okay, I'm not going to lie. If we go see this movie and this happens, I'm going to be scared.
It's like, quick, write that in. We'll go shoot it this weekend.
They're giving us gold, guys, gold.
Oh, I would love that. It's like I am the nerd movie whisperer. But yeah, it's like here's hoping that it's still going to be really good, because I know directors have said things like that about movies in the past, and it's like you go, you watch it, and it's like, okay, still a good movie, and sure, I could see where they're maybe saying that, but that message isn't like loud and clear. But we'll see. Again, directors, it's like sell your movie, know who your audience is, and if you're going to an American audience, right now is not that time. You want to get as many asses in the seats as you can, so you don't get just sent to the streaming grave mines. So
very true. So moving away from like movies and characters, there's one little bit of a, I guess you could say, entertainment news that that would be a little interesting just to kind of bring up.
yes,
So you remember the whole Netflix, Warner Brothers thing?
yes.
Well, turns out that David Ellison, apparently he's having a little bit of a fit right now.
Oh, I think he's not necessarily having a fit as much as he is having a full-blown tantrum.
So basically, he, I guess, recently sent an open letter to the UK creative community, pointing out the fact that, like, you know, essentially the Netflix merger with Warner Brothers is, going to try to pronounce this without messing up, monopolistic.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he's talking about how, you know, that shouldn't be allowed and you know, so forth and so forth. Hold on, I'm looking at the article here real quick.
Shame. But yeah, it's like Ellison is so hell-bent on getting what he wants out of this. So absolutely hell-bent. It's kind of comical, but a little sad. It's billionaires effectively kind of like having a tantrum. It's like, I want this. Why can't I get what I want?
He even made a bold claim, something along the lines of like, I don't think he said year. I think he said like season, like 30 movies a season. You know, or whatever time frame. It was like, I can't remember if it was season or year, but he threw that out talking because he's wanting the creatives to side with him because it's like, oh yeah, no, you're right. If we side with you, you'll throw all these projects out so we potentially can work on stuff. But you know, Netflix and Warner Brothers, if they merge, they're just going to be over in their own little corner doing their own thing and not coming to us for you know, creative stuff.
Why don't they share the toys with me? But it's like that's going to be the same thing because like the Paramount, Warner Brothers, if they went together, it's like that's still going to be pretty damn near a monopoly anyway. Because you have either way, you have streaming giants in a small streaming space trying to consolidate. So Warner Brothers and Netflix, totally in monopoly. Warner Brothers and Paramount, that's still coming up as like total monopoly to me because you have so many sub studios under all of those. So it's kind of like, okay, come on. Neither one of you really should be getting this. It like just let fucking Warner Brothers and HBO kind of stay their own thing. But I also know that they kind of want to be sold at this point.
Yeah, they're kind of hurting money-wise. Yeah, I just
make stupid decisions.
Yeah, I know, right? I just found it. Okay, so this is basically what he said. Increased creative output. Paramount Studios and Warner Brothers Studios will each produce a minimum of 15 high-quality feature films per year for a total of at least 30 films annually across the group, delivering great entertainment to audiences while supporting sustained job creation across the film and creative industries. We have already increased Paramount's output from 8 to 15 films since closing the Paramount Skydance transaction this past August.
Ugh.
So basically, we're gonna do we over
so
here.
They're gonna flood the shit.
Yeah. So basically, it's like let's say you're Warner Brothers and I'm Paramount. No, I don't want to be Paramount. You be Paramount. I'm Warner Brothers.
This time I'll allow this.
So basically, what he's saying is, you're going to throw 15 over-budget movies out there. I'm going to throw 15 over-budget movies out there.
We're all going to lose money.
And we're all going to lose money.
Yay!
But it gets people jobs. And so everything's okay, guys.
Yeah, it's like it's increasing jobs. It's increasing jobs. Honestly, the best thing that they can really do is any of these people is they need to focus internally on how to give the best service that they can to their subscribers. And in all honesty, it takes a little while longer now because everything is a hell of a lot slower for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
They need to continue to work on smaller scale productions that are more narratively driven and keep people wanting more to come back. So I think that their bread and butter, especially on the Paramount side, what they need to focus on, because they have a shitload of properties, Paramount needs to focus on films. Warner Brothers, if they stay as they are and no one gets them, which if Ellison doesn't get his way, they're going to Netflix already at this point. But in a perfect world, Warner Brothers would focus primarily, because of their properties and all the different things that they've acquired over time, they need to focus primarily on series. But now that we know that one way or the other, they're going to go to probably Netflix, unless some tomfuckery goes on. They still need to, like, Netflix needs to sit there and have, like, Warner Brothers and the Warner Brothers properties that are under it focus on series for the most part. There does need to be a level of film there, but they do desperately need to stick with series because they seem to excel at doing series, because especially they have HBO under their belt. Now, HBO is like a legacy prestige studio and for a long time, or still television channel and streaming service that has lots of really good, well-written series, and especially limited series.
I mean, look,
and Netflix is known for like limited series and sometimes decent movies, mostly slot movies. But it's like, let your people do what they're good at and know what you're good at. Paramount, it's like they haven't been good at a lot of things lately, so they've been acquiring lots of smaller stuff to try to pad out their catalog. They need to do that desperately because they're just not really hitting it. And so that's another reason I really don't want them to get it. It's like I do not want DC associated with Paramount because I like DC. I really like DC.
Yeah, no, but you're completely right, especially with the series. I mean, look, I haven't watched it yet. I've seen clips here and there, but apparently people are actually enjoying that a Game of Thrones spinoff.
Yeah, it's like I've heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it yet because my life is pretty much...
Yeah, just hectic.
Yeah, it's like I'm going pretty much from 6 something in the morning till about midnight every day.
When we do these recordings, these are like the few hours that we actually
can sit
and chat.
Not actually be doing something related to work or getting more work or anything else relating to
that.
Work.
That would explain why a lot of our episodes are so unhinged because it's just we're slowly losing it, man.
Yeah, it's like Sunday is like the only day that I get to like rest, and on Sundays I just fucking do laundry. I go to sleep for a little bit, I wake up, I do laundry, I eat, get my laundry, and then I go the fuck back to sleep so I can start my week again. It's simple existence, and I hate it. But yeah, it's a deadline. God damn it! Why do you have to give me this news? And I sincerely hope that the UK sees through Ellison's nonsense, because it really is just either way. Again, it's kind of monopolistic, regardless of who gets them. But Ellison's just throwing a fucking tantrum because he wants it.
I want the new shiny toy.
And frankly, he probably just really likes Batman and wants to own Batman. That's probably what it is.
You're not the first person that I've heard say that. I've seen that in a couple of different YouTube videos where they're like, pretty sure it's Batman or some property.
He might just really identify with Lex Luthor, and he doesn't want that to go anywhere else. It's a billionaire asshole that wants to take down the man, Superman.
Speaking of Lex Luthor, I found out some potential tidbits about the next Superman movie.
Oh, Ooh, do tell.
So apparently, Brainiac will be the main bad,
Ooh, I like that.
and it at some point it will become a thing where Luther and Supes have to work together.
Okay, that I can see that working out, especially with the current casting choices. Because it's like I really did like how they portrayed Lex Luthor in this one, because that's very true to his character.
Yeah, and then
Superman was wonderful.
And then apparently, I believe they are casting for. Hope I'm remembering the character right. Maxima.
Oh, interesting.
So that'll be interesting to see, because Maxima has always been that character where like she's like completely infatuated with Superman.
That is very true. She is.
So that'll be interesting to see that, especially because of the Lois Lane that we have now. To see that bounce off of each other, that would be great.
That dynamic will be pretty fucking fun. But yeah, I think that's some good movie news today. We've had some good stuff, some bad stuff, and I think we're going to have to end up moving on. And I have some interesting news to talk about, Jose.
So actually, before we move on, I know you got something big to tell me. I just saw something interesting, movie-wise, that is.
Ooh, do tell before we move on to some comic book news.
So it looks like Millie Alcock, Supergirl, and Norman Reedus have been cast alongside Charlie XCX and Takashi Miike.
Yep.
A new horror film. The film follows three friends who meet up in Kyoto only to see their holiday turn into a nightmare when one friend becomes possessed by a tortured spirit.
Well, Takashi Miike is involved, so I am 100% in.
Yeah.
And then also Charlie XCX, I am more than willing to watch a movie that has Charlie XCX, especially because I love music. And it looks like she actually might have acting chops.
Yeah, no. So this, okay, but we'll have to follow up on this one later.
Oh, yeah, it's like once more news comes out about that, I think I'm gonna have to like be fully invested in that, because sure, Takashi Miike has made some shit movies here and there, but for the most part, I love the dude's catalog. Even like the super campy stuff and the stuff that is also just like wild. Like if anybody's out there seen Itchy the Killer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Phenomenally weird movie. Ultra violent. The Dead or Alive series, not related to the game. Also, it's kind of like weird Yakuza chaos. I think it was like Gozu. Audition, all kinds of stuff. Takashi Miike has like a stellar catalog of work, so I have high hopes for this. I really do. That is actually good news to me. I don't know much about Millie Alcock, for all intents and purposes. I know, yeah, she's Supergirl, but I'm not familiar with her as an actress much.
Same, really.
But I like what I've seen so far.
Okay,
which is limited.
Real quick, which one of them is the friend that gets possessed?
It is probably going to be Charlie.
Yeah, that's where my mind went to.
I am pretty sure it's going to end up being Charlie XCX who gets possessed. And I'm not going to say why. Because it might be seen as kind of like, oh, this is you're knocking against her, but I'm like, not necessarily. But it's like I think I know why in a sense. But that makes me happy. Actually, I'm very pleased about that, and I'm looking forward to more news on that.
Same.
Please, more Takashi Miike films in my life.
Yes.
Especially the weirder the better. That is something I'm hoping. I know it's a possession film set in Japan, obviously. But I am hoping that he brings his signature like bat fuck crazy to it. I sincerely hope it does. That would make me very pleased. So, that said, there is a little something. We've been talking DC today, which is perfect in all honesty, because for the most part, my comic news is mostly about DC. So, are you familiar at all with the big like event that is going on in DC right now?
Is it the one where basically like a huge battle? The characters are fighting characters, even from like different universes.
Okay, so here I'm going to give you the backstory here. So, in the mainline DC universe, Darkseid was like, you know what? I'm going to go over here. I'm going to create my own shit. And I'm going to use this as a method to conquer all universes. So he gets effectively like kind of like a power of creation and creates the absolute universe. So that's where we get absolute Batman, absolute Superman, absolute Wonder Woman, all the way down the line. That's the first part. It's like it's creating and establishing those characters, their universes, and those are all very different takes on the characters that everybody kind of knows and loves. And in that particular universe, it's all Omega energy based. So instead of kind of having the positive energy, it's all like negative energy. So it's kind of like the evil villain universe. Good sneeze.
Sorry.
But yeah, so it's kind of like the evil villain universe, but you still have these heroes, and the villains, they're still villains, kinda, but even characters like the Joker are super different. So it's like all these characters are very, very different from the normal mainline universe. Like Superman is still kind of coming to terms with should he be a part of the world, and he's also, for a good portion of his run in the Absolute Universe, he's been hunted as like an other. And Wonder Woman, honestly, still just totally badass. In fact, it's like she might. I kind of like Absolute Wonder Woman a lot more than I like regular Wonder Woman. And Absolute Batman, it's kind of funny because he looks so funny in relation to all the other characters, because like when he's just Bruce Wayne, because he doesn't have the same type of level, status, and wealth that the mainline universe has. But when he's still Bruce Wayne, he's still kind of like this stocky guy, like a little bit beefy. But then when he's in his like Batman suit, he looks like a fucking brick shithouse of a human being. Like, I mean, he is just built to fuck. And so it's funny as shit. And I love it. But what this is built up to is, of course, the current big event, DC KO, which is a kind of mashing of those two universes in a tournament style, where the final fight is effectively like absolute Superman, absolute Batman, absolute Wonder Woman, and I think they're going to put in absolute Flash. But the three of them, or the four of them, versus like right now it's looking like well, they just did a thing with regular Batman, which was actually kind of cool, but it's, for the most part, it's looking like it's going to be Superman, the Joker, Wonder Woman, and Lex Luthor.
Nice.
And they're fighting to gain control of the Heart of Apocalypse, which is all of Darkseid's like power to effectively either leave the world as it is or reshape the universe as they see fit. So it's good. It's really good. And
No, I've been wanting to read it.
And here's the fun part. One of the two things here is Absolute Batman #1 is on its 11th printing. It's had 11 fucking print runs now for Absolute Batman #1. Comics are not dead yet. That pleased me so greatly when I saw that. It's like, oh hell yes, we're still here. We're all back. But yeah, it's like the Absolute series for Batman. Even the most recent run, like parts of the series, like I think it's on issue 14 currently. It's issue 14 is still on its third printing. Absolute Wonder Woman, the worst it's done so far is, again, on its third printing. Absolute Superman, again, worst it's done, third printing. Every single one that they've done of the Absolute Universe, with Flash, Martian Manhunter, and the Green Lantern, the worst they're doing is a third printing. So they've each gotten minimum of 3 print runs for like the worst selling issue. The worst selling issue. And that's probably only because those are the most recent issues. So there's still time for those print runs to go up. That is fucking awesome to me. That makes me so happy. That really, really does. And you know what? I am looking forward to DCKO coming to a close, because we're getting some real interesting stuff. Like Batman has powers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's looking pretty fucking cool. It really, really is. And I am a giant nerd, and I've got to wait for them to come in trade paperback, because then I'm so getting these. Because I know Absolute Wonder Woman, the first 6 issues or first 8 issues or something like that does have a trade paperback already, and I haven't been able to buy that yet because I'm also poor. Again, hit us up if you want us to show your stuff for pocket change. I am willing to do that.
Yes, please.
It will help me pay for my comics. But yeah, so that's one of the first big things, comic book wise. But here's another one, courtesy of Bleeding Cool News. Like, you have the Marvel comics here, so I am switching to Marvel. It's like I like Marvel comics, but DC is my favorite by a long shot. It's like I really like the characters better. But they're promising massive changes to the Avengers coming soon, because we've had a lot of different crossover events and such where you do have lineup changes to the Avengers, or someone dies, or they split up temporarily and then they come back together. And the Avengers just keeps growing and growing and growing as a team. It's like you have, at this point, it's hard to name a character that hasn't been in the Avengers.
I'm actually trying to think of one right now.
That's like, I'm looking at you. It's like, it's pretty hard to be like, okay, this character hasn't been in the Avengers.
Even I sit there and I had characters come to mind, but right as I was about to say them, I was like, wait, no.
They were temporarily, or they were like, what is it? Like even Great Lakes Avengers or West Coast Avengers, all stuff like that. But this next thing is being written by Chip Zdarsky, and it's called Armageddon. And it starts with this particular run's Captain America number 11. So that's coming up soon. And on Bleeding Cool's website here, it literally says, following Doom's fall at the end of One World Under Doom, Latveria is on the brink of civil war. In the latest arc of Captain America is deployed to prevent the race to control Doom's kingdom from erupting into a global conflict. As tensions rise, Cap discovers a startling secret about Doom's legacy and goes head-to-head with the all-new S.H.I.E.L.D. and Red Hulk and defends Latveria's future. So that's the lead-in to it.
I like it.
And then, in Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon, an investigation into missing mutants leads Wolverine to Prime Warrior, an all-new super soldier program. Teaming up with Dave Colton, a new Captain America introduced in Zdarsky's run, Wolverine vows to bring Prime Warrior down, confronting his own trauma as he faces off against a deadly new Weapon X. And when the pair come across a mysterious origin box device originating from another universe, they'll unleash a power that will change the face of Earth's mightiest heroes. So we're getting 2 lead-ins to this event, and I like Chip Zdarsky as a writer, so this has a lot of promise. And one thing Marvel does very well is they do giant events very well. Like with DCKO, chances are both these things are going to be, I would call them almost soft retcons, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what the whole purpose of it was.
Yeah, and it's like DC is guilty of this, Marvel is guilty of this. Like, I think what DC is doing in this particular event is they are doing a soft reboot, but they're also not necessarily doing anything too extreme with it. They're probably introducing new facets to characters and basically kind of using the absolute universe as that foil. Because right now it's like Superman in the main universe is also very adamant about like getting on with it. Like he wants to go on this fight. So you have that, and that's typically not like Superman. So I think this whole thing is to introduce new facets to them and potentially make for more compelling storylines going forward without it being a full universe reboot. With the Marvel one, Marvel likes to retcon, even soft retcons, in kind of a shuffling up of teams, and in my opinion, they tend to go a little bit harder with like how they go about it, and they do it more frequently typically, where it's like, oh, these big universe changing events where, okay, this character now has this different backstory, or they're dead, or they've been resurrected again, and all this stuff. I think that does tend to happen a lot more with Marvel, because each like team book tends to have a lot more characters than a lot of the DC ones. DC ones, at most, you might have one or two of them that have like 7 main characters, and those again are the big team books. Like when we had JLA for that little period of time, where it's just Justice League. I forgot what the A meant, but it might have been JLU, Justice League Unlimited, or something like that.
I thought the JLA was Justice League of America.
I don't remember if it was of America or if it was like something else with the A, but that one is like, because then you had like the classic Justice League in there. So you had the main 5 and like I think also Cyborg and somebody else. I forgot who the last one was. Somebody will probably yell it at me. Also, just for a particular purpose, bitch ass Isaiah. Yeah, it's like I had to. I got to give him something.
I bet you this whole episode he's been waiting to. He's
yeah,
like,
it's like I
where's
had
it
to
at?
give him a little
Where's
something here towards the end. But so I'm looking forward to seeing how Marvel navigates this and where they actually go with this Armageddon storyline and how they kind of reshape the Avengers. Is it going to be a full reshape? Is it going to be kind of like another Civil War? Is it going to be like a multiverse Civil War? Is it going to be another Avengers versus a mutants bullshit that goes on again? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's like, I think that they're launching it relatively soon, so we won't have to wait a hell of a long time to see what they do with it. But that said, the Captain America side of things definitely has me. The Wolverine side of things kind of makes me think Mother Box, because it's an origin box. But I'm thinking Mother Box from DC, like one of Darkseid's little boom tube type things. So that's what it's giving me, at least from the description. But yeah, I kind of want to see where they're going with it, because I used to really love a lot of the Marvel crossover events where they had a whole bunch of different stuff going on. Oh yeah, by the way, last word for comic book news from me is with DC KO, the most recent issue, Wonder Woman fights Red Sonja.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was fucking awesome. And Batwoman fights Vampirella.
See, I like that DC tapped into those characters.
Honestly, yeah, it's it is really kind of interesting. It's like, even though I know that they're not going to get stuck in the mainline DC universe, it's kind of cool to see them acknowledged in the mainline universe in any capacity, especially those two, because it's kind of like Red Sonja is kind of the classic like female like barbarian warrior from like the Conan stuff. It's like a great character, super strong. Gives Wonder Woman like a run for her fucking money.
Just ignore the movie that came out recently.
Yeah, kind of that didn't fucking exist.
No,
it's like
no.
I think you're just. I think you probably just had a stroke. It's like that didn't happen. Your memory's foggy. It's Mandela effect.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen. But then the Vampirella one. That was just kind of a holy crap. I can't believe that they actually brought her even tangentially into the main DC universe. That was actually kind of cool. And also Sabrina the Teenage Witch is in it.
Well, I mean, especially after the Netflix series, like she.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget, technically, it is canon via the Sabrina the Teenage Witch show. Shang Tsung is her uncle.
Guess who's in it?
Is it
Shang Tsung is in it.
Okay, see, so there you go.
And Plastic Man and Black Lightning
Really?
fight Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
That was so fucking cool. Especially because, like, I mean, come on, Plastic Man. I love Plastic Man.
Plastic
I really
Man
want
is
more of him in the main line.
Well, did you ever read Deceased?
Oh no, yeah, he was a menace in DC.
He literally was the menace of that whole thing.
Absolutely, it's like if he was. Well, on top of that, the biggest thing with Plastic Man in that particular sense is, for the most part, he is technically the most dangerous of the superheroes by a long shot. And like he can for the most part kill any of the Justice League if he really wanted to.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
The only one who technically can put up a fight against him is Superman. But even then, it's like, okay, if he gets the drop on Superman in any capacity, it's over. It's over. But yeah, we need more Plastic Man.
Oh yeah, no, we do.
He's just fun character. He's a really fun character. But yeah, that concludes my comic news, and I'm looking forward to more of this. I want more of it, and it should come out now.
Well, actually, there is another multiverse event happening in DC right now.
Ooh,
I believe it just came out on the 4th. We're recording this on the 6th of February. Apparently, it came out on the 4th. That is the crossover of DC and AEW.
So we got a wrestling and a DC crossover.
Yeah, so basically
Nice.
the premise of this is that there's an intergalactic title, but it's called the Big Galactic Belt. It's made of pure element X.
I love that.
You know, for those that don't know, that's the most powerful metal in the universe of DC. Apparently, the belt, you know, like any wrestling match, there's a fight after the match, and apparently the belt gets broken into pieces. These pieces, when they break, they basically tear open and bleed everybody in from different universes.
Oh, that's funny.
And
I like that. That is very silly, and that fits so well. And what a good time to have that happen. It's like during DCKO.
Well, here's the funny thing, though, that the pieces of the belt can reshape reality. Yeah, so
I love that.
So funny enough, so basically it follows the Justice League teaming up with various AEW wrestlers.
Oh, I love this. I love this already. It is gloriously silly.
Yeah, so this one I definitely want to read. I'm an AEW fan. Feel how you feel about that. I'm a DC fan, so I'm looking forward to it. I remember the first time I heard about this, and I was like, oh, I have to read this.
I'm so in.
And it's kind of funny that, you know, DCKO is going on right now.
Yeah,
So
it's
clearly,
such perfect time.
Yeah, so that's why I was surprised that, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't do it because, you know, you want to push this.
Yeah.
But that would be cool if at the end of this,
It leads into it a little bit.
Yeah, you see somebody from DCKO.
Yeah, it's like somehow it's like, Oh, because the whole reason why they had a lot of the multiverse fights towards the end there with like Sub-Zero and all that is because the World Shaper, or the World Forger, that's his name. He was like, I'm going to send you all to different like planes of existence so that you can fight who you need to fight to gain all this Omega energy so I can channel it to the main four. And so he resurrected a couple of the guys, and they're the ones that got sent off to those areas. So I was like, it would make perfect sense if they just threw this in there and put it right into the mix of it, because that it would fit exactly well. So it's like I could see them doing that if they really wanted to, but I would be fine with it by itself. It's just really good timing while they're having a big like tournament thing.
Exactly.
That's perfect. I like that.
And then I read these. I don't know if it was like a preview thing or if it was tidbits from the first issue, where it kind of showed the backstory of the AEW wrestlers, and it looks like they're still just wrestlers, not like, oh, they now have powers or anything like that. I could be wrong, because again, this just came out. I don't know, but from what I saw, you saw the backstories of them. But the funny thing is they are definitely portrayed as the character that they are in AEW.
Okay, that's a smart decision.
Yeah. So Swerve Strickland is Swerve Strickland. He's not his real name, his real legal name.
Like once he goes somewhere else, it's like, no, it's not that dude.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy is Orange Cassidy, so forth and so forth. So that's why it's like, okay, this is interesting. I want to see how it goes. And who knows, maybe it will lead to some way, shape, or form. Because I imagine DCKO will probably finish before this does.
Depends on how long of a run they're doing with it, because one of the big things with a lot of their smaller crossovers like that is they do tend to be very limited. And I know DCKO is, like, as far as the main DCKO, like the event comics, I should say, instead of like the little character comics in it. Those are... The mainline one is starting to come to its end because it is the final four.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt they're going to wrap that up in the next 2 issues. But they could maybe do it in the next 2 issues, depending on how many pages each one is. But it's like, okay, so the final four is about to start facing off with the final four. So we'll see where it kind of goes from there, because I have a feeling it's probably going to be like Superman versus Superman down to the wire. And then I know that since they just gave Batman powers and all that stuff, chances are it might end up having to be Batman. It might be a Batman v Superman from the same universe closing it out. That is a distinct possibility at this point because of how they've written it. It is a legitimately distinct possibility because Batman currently actually has the power of the Heart of the Apocalypse.
Oh,
even though you have the final four fighting. So we'll see how this goes. It could be real fucking interesting. And I think that one's a monthly release as well. So, or it's either a monthly or bi-monthly. I'm not sure. So it might be every 2. But we'll see how that goes. And I would like to see how long that lasts and how they do it. And like how long they go, where they go with it. If they decide to make that even just like a potential slightly longer running series, I could see them working with that. Because like televised wrestling or just modern kind of like entertainment wrestling right now, heavily based on like character. It's like you still have a lot of that's physicality, but it's so much about the character that if they can work with that well enough inside a comic book form, I can totally see it working in the long term. But we'll see what DC decides to do with this. I have hope.
Yep, same. I'm of the mind, it's like, do I want to get the issues individually or do I just want to wait for...
Yeah, that's the hard part. It's like, I would really prefer getting like individual issues, but I also know that it's like, okay, I don't have the necessary time or money to pick them up as they come out anymore. Yeah. So at least not for the time being. So I'll end up probably having to wait for the trade paperback for a lot of those, and even though it doesn't necessarily bode well for overall sales, because of course like sales numbers of the individual issues do count for a lot to see how long that series is going to last. I still want to give them my money if it's going to be good. Like,
Oh no, 100%.
yeah, it's like I still need to pick up the omnibuses for Transmetropolitan and also for Hellblazer. Hellblazer will be a lot of them because there's 300 fucking issues.
We need to do an episode on Transmetropolitan.
Yeah,
That's
very good
more people must learn.
Oh yeah, it's a very good comic. Very, very good comic. Writer is somewhat disgraced at this point, but you know what? It's still a fucking good comic. It's still relevant today. And I think it's I think it's 30 years old now.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it's about 30 years old, and it's still heavily relevant. But yeah, so we've got some comic news out there. That was lovely. We haven't really talked about comics yet on here too much, and I think I'd like to continue doing that because I am a giant nerd.
I think the only reason why we haven't...
I'm going to keep a little finger on that pulse.
I think the only reason why we haven't is because, like you said, we either don't have the time to sit down and read them, or we don't have the money to buy them, or we are the type where it's like, okay, I don't really necessarily have the space to warrant individual issues, so let me just wait for the trade papers. The trade paper, you know. I think that's like our only issue, because I technically have a comic I could talk about, but I just haven't had time to sit down and read it yet, and it's right behind you.
True, that's very, very true. But even with all of that real world stuff, I'm going to blame the exploding bitch and say it's his fault.
You know who you are.
Okay, well, you know what time it is? It's 8:12. And besides that, it is the end of the Shenanigoons podcast for tonight, with music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Remember to like, subscribe, give us 5 stars. Talk to us about, or not, talk to us. Why not? It's like, leave us some comments. But also, tell your grandparents about us. Tell your mother about us. Not your father. Not him.
Not that guy.
Him. Do not tell your father.
Tell us your favorite comics, whether it's like, DC, Marvel, or any other place.
Give us like something from Dynamite, a Dark Horse. I think they're still around.
I believe so.
Give us like what your favorite comic is. Who's your favorite comic book character? Doesn't have to be a fucking hero. Leave that down in the comments.
Favorite wrestler.
Yeah, why not? It's like, just let us know, because then we could probably talk about it. It's like, we'll take some time, research, talk about it, see what we think.
What they should do is tell us the character that they love the most and they basically idolize. And what we will do is we will systematically break that character down and show them why they are wrong.
Yeah. So have a good weekend and good week, and get fucked.
Bye.